this. Fresh off the Palm Beach County, that's where I'm from. Where niggas get gunned down and left slung from. Thumbs up for fucking round. This ain't accounting for you bitches to come around.
What up? What up? And welcome to another episode of the unofficial podcast of the National Football League, the world famous and critically acclaimed 5-6 Kings podcast. I'm David Breen. You know, that much you know. But with me, as always, is my dear friend and co-host, Braden Bullard. Braden, how are you, man?
David, I'm feeling out of this fucking world. Because we just got done watching.
What about out of this galaxy?
Yeah, that's actually
Feeling
better.
out of this galaxy?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Because we just got done watching Guardians of the Galaxy. Volume 3.
Spoiler-filled. Leave right now if you haven't seen it and plan on seeing it, because you got 3, 2, 1 spoilers from here on out.
Yeah. Guys, we're going to get deep. We're going to get in the nitty-gritty.
Nah, not so nitty-gritty.
Just a little bit.
I'm going to keep it surface level.
Okay.
I'm going to keep it surface level.
Kind of generalized,
Yeah.
not too specific.
You know, there were actors, that much is certain. And,
that is.
And some of them had superpowers.
This is a Marvel movie.
And weapons.
Yeah.
It was based on comic books.
So if you guys read the comic books.
So guys, check out next week. We're going to do this other movie.
Oh man, I mean, it's a fun, amazing movie. I mean, it's great. It's great. All the reviews that I've heard up to this point were warranted because all of them talked about how great this fucking movie was. I've been hearing a lot from movie reviewers in general talking about how this is the top 5, maybe even the top 3 Marvel movie that they've ever seen. Which I will, off of seeing it for one time, right off rip, I'll say I could see it being top 5. I would have to rewatch it again to know where I place it exactly, but I
have a hard time putting it top 3.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see it being top 5 Marvel movies.
I would have to watch it again, and like really get a good grip on it.
Yeah.
It's a long movie. It's 2 hours, 45 minutes, and they go over a lot. There's a lot that they unravel, but there's a lot of pivot points in the movie where it's not like the same exact feel throughout the entire thing. So it's like I feel like I have to rewatch it again just because of that,
Yeah. I love the fact that this whole movie, they were like, yes, we've had this for the last 10 years. There's been this badass talking raccoon that you know nothing about.
Nothing.
This whole movie's going to be telling you about him.
Yeah.
And it's fucking great.
It's great.
Like, the backstory's awesome.
It's so fucking great.
Like, I love that they're just like, yeah, no, we understand that you guys have just been along for the ride.
Mm-hmm.
Nonsense that you guys haven't been like, hey, you need to tell us what the fucking talking raccoons deal is. And Thor are friends and shit. They're like, here we go.
Not to try Taiki Waititi. I don't even know if I said his name right.
Dave Bautista.
Well, Waititi is the director. He's also played as an actor, but he's directed a lot of films, a couple of the Marvel movies, but he just last directed Thor, Love and Thunder. And we all know how that turned out.
I'll try him.
The reason why, yeah.
Thor doesn't need to be a comedy.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. And I would love to work with Waititi, man. If you're looking for some starving actor out there, I'll suck your dick, man. No, not really. But
I mean, there's some truth to everything.
Yeah,
Brent, I think they're make him an offer with Tiki.
Yeah, we'll see where we can.
There is absolutely a price where Braden is sucking your dick. That is, he would not have thrown it out there if it wasn't a realistic possibility.
Listen, there's truth in every joke.
I
not
think
in that joke.
I think there absolutely is.
There's got to be, right?
Yeah. There's definitely a number. If he's like, Braden, I'm going to make you the star of all future Marvel movies and pay you $20 million per movie, and you're going to do at least 10 movies.
Yeah.
You just got to suck my dick once.
Yeah.
You don't even have to swallow.
God, David.
You don't even have to swallow. I won't even come in your mouth. I'll give you a little tap, and then I'll finish myself.
All right, let me get serious.
You just got to get me close.
Let me get serious for a second. I'm a very rational person, okay? $20 million is a lot.
For 10 movies. So that's $200 million. Yeah, 20 million per movie. You're guaranteed 10 movies, and you're a superstar from the 10 Marvel movies that you started. So like you're gonna get other movie offers. You're gonna get like real passion projects along the way.
Yeah. All right,
You could make the kind of money where you could purchase the rights to Dragon Ball Z,
and that was the
and
best
make Dragon Ball Z movies.
David, this whole thing was about to be about Dragon Ball Z.
I knew where you were heading.
Well, and
I knew what your goal would be if you had that kind of money.
But this is what you might not know. The biggest thing I'm going to have to challenge with is not like, oh, what does everyone else think about me? What does like my mom think about me? You know, or like maybe
for sucking that guy's dick.
Yeah,
you're not doing it in public.
No,
he's not
yeah.
videotaping it. You guys are just in a room.
Oh, no one else knows.
You suck it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yo, but this is
who are these?
This is a big caveat that I'm getting here.
No, we're not, like there are definitely people who have gotten movies.
I'm thinking
Watiki's
gonna be like, oh, he just sucked my dick.
There are definitely people who have gotten movies from sucking the director's dick, and you think like Spielberg's like, all right, and this is the room where everyone's gonna watch, get to work. No,
I'm thinking like
it just happens.
Well, I'm thinking they're gonna make like a little press tour about it, being like, oh, guys, reason why Braden's got the role.
Braden
just sucked my dick.
Tell the people how you make it in Hollywood. You're like, I sucked Watiki's dick.
He's like, damn right you did.
He gave me he finished himself. I got him close, and he didn't come in my mouth. I didn't have to swallow. He just gave me like a little tap.
Okay.
And then he finished himself.
That's very specific.
On the floor. I did.
Oh my God,
I did have to mop the floor when he was done.
David.
But that was it. That was the extent of my cleanup, dude.
This is what I was gonna say. So it wasn't because everyone else knew. It's because
he watched me mop it and like degraded me while I was mopping it up. But that's all part.
Yeah.
Hey, that's Hollywood, baby.
Watiki gets.
That's Hollywood.
He's like, oh yeah, you clean that. He gets like a really raspy,
clean that good. Boy.
Oh yeah. So reason why I would have the biggest trouble with it isn't because everyone else know, and it'd be because of Vegeta, bro. The whole Dragon Ball Z thing, this is what I'd be thinking in the back of my mind. I wouldn't be thinking like, oh, my dad's going to hate me. It's in the back of my mind, it's going to be like, what would Vegeta think about me?
Your dad?
A fictional character that I'll never meet.
Why is your dad going to hate you?
Because he's as straight as they come, bro. He's I don't know what you're... I think you're setting me up for something. I don't know what.
Just keep going.
Because he's a...
Why would he hate you for giving oral pleasure to another man?
Oh...
Yeah, not the fact that you did it to get ahead, and he's like, Braden, I wish you would have done it the honest way. No, he hates those.
Because he's a Cabana Colony boy.
If you did mouth stuff on a female director, he's all for it.
Yeah,
because it was a man. No son of mine's giving oral pleasure to a man.
No, Dad. What
the Bible says that a man shall not lay with another man, and that you are not allowed to eat shrimp. The Bible makes that perfectly clear.
Listen, my dad loves shrimp.
Yeah.
We're big shrimp.
Who doesn't?
Conch fritters.
That's not shrimp.
It's not shrimp.
It's different. It's different crustacean.
I was starting to get in all seafood.
Crab.
Yeah.
Stone crab. You're stone crab? What the fuck are we talking about? Shit.
But what I was going to say is, I'd just be thinking the entire time, like, man, what would Vegeta think? This fictional character I'll never meet that is the epitome of my ego. My pride. That's what I'd be thinking, And it's like...
So you couldn't do it?
Yeah, I probably couldn't.
All right. Waitiki, you can give me...
200 million
or $40,000, and I would not to completion. I suck your dick not to completion. I think 40 grand is a fair number for that.
Yeah,
I'd be more than willing. So there you go.
There you guys heard
Braden,
it first.
It's the negotiating starts at 200 million, and he has to star in 10 of your movies. So like, you could have gotten Ryan Reynolds to do that. Well, you're stuck with Braden Bullard for 10 movies.
Watiki's like, Ryan Reynolds already did it.
Or no movies, 40 grand out the door.
Ah, man.
Your call, Watiki.
So the whole reason why I brought Watiki up is because he was supposed to direct this film. And thank God
glad he didn't.
He did it.
And it sucked.
The whole reason, just to give you guys a little backstory, is because James Gunn was fired by Disney because of some old tweets.
I forget. We read those tweets a while ago, and they were They were bananas.
They were
fucking nuts.
They were nuts. You
Yeah.
know, like me and David say some crazy
He's a
shit.
bad dude. That James Gunn.
James Gunn took it to another level, bro. I mean,
Braden agreed with it all. Don't get me wrong, but it was bad. You don't say that in public. Braden kept saying he's like, I get it, but like you don't say this shit in public. You say it behind closed doors, James Gunn. You do the Bullard method. You act all shocked when bad things are said, but once that camera's off, you say it all. We're all thinking it, all right? That's not the issue. The issue is that you did it so publicly.
oh my god. Yeah, man. So shout out to Disney for making the right call, bringing James Gunn back.
There we go.
And, you know, James, I know you work
Help
with
oppressed minorities.
Yep.
Not pay white
and
tiki
work
to
with
make your movies.
and work with psychopaths like Ezra Miller. You know, the ones that create cults and groom 13-year-old girls till they're 18.
Braden. Who hasn't groomed a 13-year-old?
That's what I'm
girl
saying.
or two? Yeah. It's
Shout out to James Gunn.
we're all doing it. We all want to do it more.
But
Good on
Ezra's the only
Ezra
one
Miller.
with the fucking balls to do it, you know?
Ezra's doing what we all want to do.
Oh, my God. So, guys, Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah, so I want to talk about something else, and I wanted enough room to pass between what we were talking about to get to here. I had a meal the other night, and I sent Braden a picture of a real sushi sword. Holy shit, it was nuts.
Yeah.
High Den. It's in Wynwood. It's very expensive. If we can get one meal out of High Den, I will. High Den, whatever you want us to say on the air, I will say. I will push any narrative, one meal from you guys. Greatest experience I've ever had.
Oh,
it was nuts. You sit at the counter. They're making sushi. There's sea urchin. They showed boxes of sea urchin. It's all written in Japanese. I have no idea what it is. There's a guy at the other end who he was the beast. He knew everything.
Oh, shit.
About it all.
Oh, wow.
And the guy, the chef, his English wasn't great. He's
Yeah.
from Japan. He's legit.
Yeah.
Legit as fuck, man.
And he's got sushi swords.
And he explained the sea urchin boxes to us, and we were like, oh, okay, not knowing what he said. And then the guy at the end goes, so I don't think you guys understood what he just said, because it's kind of nuts what he just told you. He's like, those sea urchin boxes right there. He's like, so the number, it's 8 and 10 and 7, whatever the numbers were. It was very, very low numbers. He's like, they number the boxes. There were 17,000 different sea urchins at the fish market in Tokyo, Japan, the day these got sold. The one in that box is the 8th best that was at the market that day. That one's the 7th best. Holy shit.
Hold on. So, how would they go about... I would have been the first person...
How would they go about knowing what a good sea urchin is?
Well, the best. To be like, that's number 8, that's number 7 out of 1,000.
I mean, that's complicated fish shit. You think the Japanese can't pull that off?
I guess, yeah.
You think
that's a good point.
the Japanese are smaller? That's smaller than Florida, and they were dominating World War II for a hot minute.
Yeah.
The Japanese can do everything they want. It took all of the United States,
Dude, I love...
to stop them from dominating. You love what?
Godzilla.
Godzilla's the best. Who doesn't love
fucking
Godzilla?
so great.
Who doesn't love Godzilla?
I don't know.
But Godzilla's got nothing on High Den, guys. High Den. If you got some walking around money, you find yourself in Wynwood. I guess you got to make reservations, so you wouldn't find yourself there and just walk in. But it's the best dining experience I've ever had in my life. High Den. It's in Wynwood. Go book a reservation. Tell them the 5-6 King sent you.
Yeah.
That will mean nothing to them. They'll just smile and say it's good. And you'll be like, yeah, it's good. The 5-6 Kings. Tell them we sent you.
Fuck yeah, man. So what was...
High Den, just give me a little bit of fatty tuna.
What was your favorite one?
It was all so fucking good. The sea urchin was amazing. They had fatty, fucking...
Because I remember you sent me that picture, and I was like,
I sent you the picture of the sushi sword.
The sushi sword was...
I did not send you,
It looked like a sword that should cut sushi.
Look, that's the tuna that we ate.
Oh, my God.
It's so fucking good, dude. Just
Yeah.
fatty. It's so great to be listening to a podcast where Braden and I are just looking at pictures of a meal that I had.
It's a big slab.
It was so, and just fatty, like melt in your mouth. There was all the fish. There was, dude.
That guy's
they
so
gave,
happy.
So like like the Japanese Ocean just gets better fish.
Yeah.
I've come to know because this is sea trout. It was a fucking just sea trout and rice, and he like did some stuff to it. Fucking amazing. Spanish mackerel. That is a shit fish. If you go off the fucking Florida coast again,
Yeah.
it was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like everything that they put there, they had A5 Wagyu.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing they made with it was fucking amazing. I had never had A5 Wagyu. Who the fuck eats A5 Wagyu? I would have preferred it just be like they did nothing to it. Like
because it was that good?
yeah, it's the best.
It's almost like this is too high of quality to
Yeah,
even be
so-
mixing with any kind of...
So it was fucking incredible
Oh,
what
okay,
they
okay.
did with the Wagyu. I had just never had it, and I was
Yeah.
kind of like, I wish it would have just been a little
Just-
piece of Wagyu and eat it,
Yeah.
so I could experience Wagyu. What they made with it was fucking nuts and
Yeah, I
incredible. I don't know how the fuck they figured it out. I don't know the executive chef's name, which is an issue, but sous chef Henry Park, he knew his shit.
Oh.
All right,
Huh.
they were guys. High Den. It's in Wynwood, Miami, Florida. Go online, book a reservation, check it out.
And
It's-
be careful, really appreciate the food because we don't want another menu situation, So, David, I did a little bit of digging, and I was actually able to find reviews for Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
let's hear 'em.
So, David, Rotten Tomatoes gave
Hey,
it...
money. I guess this was opening night.
Yeah, it's opening
So
night.
there's nothing.
There's nothing besides these reviews.
How much? I'm not even gonna try to guess. Do we have a budget?
Oh.
How much it costs to make this movie? Yeah,
me see.
You do the reviews. I'll find the budget.
All right, so
You got the reviews up.
Rotten Tomatoes give it an 80%. IMDb gave it an 8.3 out of 10. Metacritic, these pieces of shit, gave it a 67%. And Google users gave it a 90%. Honestly, fuck you, Metacritic. Fuck you.
That's-
67%?
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
I mean, it's Metacritic being like, oh, I'm the critic, and blah, 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 blah. It's the same. Have you seen Mario?
No.
No.
But I heard it's good. Have you seen it?
It's still in theaters.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm not picking them up. We're going to do Mario next week.
Let's fucking do it.
Let's do Mario.
Let's do it.
Because all I've seen online is like the critics being like, "Oh, it's garbage," and the fans being like, "It was fucking
it's
awesome.
great,
It's
yeah.
great." Like fuck the critics are like, "No, it's not gonna win the Academy Award. It won't. It's not gonna be good enough for the Academy." Like fuck you, critics.
And that's where I wonder, like, where do critics get off? What is their standard of being able to rate a fucking movie? And let me, from 256 Kings who've been doing this for a little minute now,
For
fuck those critics.
101 episodes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we
Fuck those critics. They're people who
Yeah.
who forgot. Like, why do you watch movies?
Oh man,
Why do you watch movies?
for this story, the magic, bro, of just being alive.
Be
Like,
fucking entertained.
yeah,
Like, are you not entertained?
yeah.
Did you watch this shit and you're like, all right, well, let's wrap it up? Like, no, it was fucking
It's
entertaining.
the best simplistic
It was
way
good.
to put it. Yep.
There were funny moments. The action was good, and it wasn't just like, oh, we're just gonna be an action movie,
Dude.
and be crazy badass. Like the scenes were great.
From the opening scene, I was like jaw drop, like holy shit, this is the way we're opening this fucking movie. Like this is badass, dude.
Yes.
The way this fight scene is going.
Yeah.
And shout out to James Gunn, the entire production crew, because I mean, amen for even Disney for allowing James Gunn to have the freedom to do with what he did. I mean, the action, the jokes, even the first F word in any of the
Yeah.
Marvel movies.
And it was perfect.
perfect.
It was such a perfect.
It wasn't
use of
forced.
It. Yeah.
It wasn't. It was the best moment for it.
It was. What's the fuck? I'm spacing on her name. The blue.
Nebula.
Nebula. Nebula was trying to get. They were in a fake Earth. Nebula was trying to get in like a regular car, and she couldn't figure out how to open it. And Chris Pratt's like, push the button underneath. It was like an old style door. Like, push the button underneath.
She starts
like,
pushing
"All right,
the keyhole.
Yeah, she's pushing it, and then she finds the right part. She pushes, like, all right, now what? He's like, open the fucking door.
It was just like,
like
it was
just like
so,
a reaction to it. She's like, all right, I'm pushing it, now what? Open the fucking door.
Everything was very well thought out too, because then immediately after that, he couldn't drive off because he's never driven a car before,
So
which
great.
is so funny.
Yeah.
He's driving this super sophisticated spaceship that's going all over the galaxy, but he can't drive out this fucking driveway.
He's trying. And she's like, what's wrong? He's like, I left Earth when I was 8. Why would I know how to drive this?
Man, so shout out to James Gunn. Shout out to the way that they did this movie, because they didn't hold back, which is something that you're not
No holds
usually
barred.
Yeah. Something that you're not getting, especially over the past, I would say, of Phase 4 for the most part. I would say in WandaVision, and also
I still haven't watched WandaVision. Is it worth watching?
it is worth watching. But the last fight between fucking what's his name with the Vision and the
Wanda?
other Vision. No, there was like they made a copy Vision.
Two Visions?
And they bumped it. And it
Double
was-
Vision?
Yeah, double
Did
Vision.
they keep calling it Double Vision?
No, but they should
What
have.
the fuck's wrong with that?
Man.
I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. No,
Yeah.
fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them. They don't call it Double Vision?
Yeah. That and then Doctor Strange. I'm like, man, the fuck? Like, those were some pretty good, dark, kind of good fight scenes. But other than that, it's been kind of PG rated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been kind of soft. But Guardians of the Galaxy 3 stepped it up. They fucking... I was hyped. It's rare for me to be hyped watching fight scenes. It's got to be good fight scenes for me to be hyped.
He's a fighter, this guy.
Yeah, put him up, man. But it's fucking crazy. I mean, even an 80%, I think, is a little low for me, even from Rotten Tomatoes. IMDb is a little bit better, 8.3, but Metacritic, fuck you for 67.
67 is ridiculous. I don't know what to give this. Seeing a movie in theaters, it's tough to grade it right after.
It is.
So I didn't like watch it in detail, like looking for certain shit, taking notes on it.
Yeah.
Totally different experience. It was great.
Yeah.
I think I would have a very hard time. Like first glance, Infinity War, Endgame, Civil War, in that order are my top 3 Marvel movies. I would have a hard time finding a movie to put ahead of this.
Yeah.
Outside of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like,
it's a good way to put
yeah.
it. Yeah. And I think very similar. Like we were talking to, like maybe Avengers, Age of Ultron, or maybe the other Avengers. But even, I mean, this movie, there's something else about it where the special effects is so goddamn realistic. You're like, yeah,
I loved whatever. We're not gonna go scene by scene. We're just gonna
Yeah.
kind of fucking
Yeah.
shoot from the hip. 'Cause like I loved that everyone thought people were dying in this movie.
dude.
Everyone thought the Guardians were dying. Everyone's like, oh, Batista or Chris Pratt's gonna die. And at the end, we think, oh, Chris Pratt's dead. This is fucking nuts. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, he just died. That's crazy.
Yeah.
None of them died.
Yeah.
And they did it in such a way where, like, you think, okay, this is where Rocket's gonna die. That
Yes.
makes sense.
Yes.
Rocket's gonna stay back on the ship and he's gonna die here. Nope. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
How they get like so well done. They played off of everyone thinking someone's gonna die in this movie.
Yep.
Because it's supposedly the last. It's James Gunn's last, but supposedly the last Guardians movie in general.
And we've had a few characters come out publicly talking about how this is their last as well. Batista, who plays Drax the Destroyer. All the fireworks going crazy. Boom! Batista bombing.
He did as close to a Batista bomb as we've seen.
Yes.
In this movie when they were
Dude, he was fucking people
when
up.
they went on the ship and he literally picked someone up and powerbombed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
great.
it was-
He didn't do a full like he picked him up differently than a power bomb would have
Which
been.
I'm glad he did, because if it was the exact Batista bomb, then it would have been a little too gimmicky. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
have
you wanted
popped.
the-
I would have popped if he like fucking thumbs up, thumbs down, and then gives him the
Well,
Batista bomb.
it would have worked for Guardians of the Galaxy.
I go fucking wild for
Yeah,
that.
it would have worked for Guardians of the Galaxy. But like in other movies where wrestlers do like their main moves and they're supposed to be in like legitimate fighting scenes, I think it looks silly. But yeah, for this it would have been dope because
Like when The Rock did the people's elbow in Walking Tall. You know, you were like, come on.
what do you?
The people's elbow?
Yeah, you're fucking taking off the sleeve and you're throwing it.
Yeah.
Fuck you. But so we had Drax saying he wasn't going to come back. And then as well, Vin Diesel. Big Vinny D. Fucking all about family.
Why is he saying he won't come back? Why is he saying he's done? This is the easiest gig in the world for Vin Diesel.
Yeah, fuck him.
The fact that they're paying Vin Diesel to say, I am Groot.
But David, big spoiler. Now it's not only I am Groot, it's also I love you guys.
Yeah. Took him, how many movies has Groot been in? 5?
Yeah,
And then plus the I Am Groot and the holiday special they did. I was
Yeah.
counting the Avengers when I said
Yeah.
5. How much money has Vin Diesel made off of this? And it took till this movie, his
Yeah.
5th in theaters movie, his 7th movie in general, to say something other than I'm Groot.
I heard
He's
it's
like, yeah, I think it's gonna be my last one. I'm just, I wanna do other
Oh
characters.
my God! Vin Diesel received $54 million, which equates to $13 million salary for each film he voiced for Groot.
I just don't understand. Like, I know they have endless money, but that's such an irresponsible way to spend it.
James Gunn.
What do they gain from
I
having?
would have sucked your dick. He would have sucked your dick for $40,000.
I would have done. I am Groot for. I wouldn't have had to leave my house to say I am Groot.
Vin Diesel definitely didn't.
Yeah,
He wore his aviator shades.
You guys could give me $500 and say just say I am Groot a few times.
And what's crazy is like, yeah, he does have that raspy, deep kind of voice, but they're still manipulating the fuck out of the voice in the editing.
Don't give it any credit. Yeah, no, he does have that raspy.
Yeah.
That $13 million movie voice to say I am Groot.
And I wonder why they chose him, because it's like Vin Diesel isn't a name where people are like, oh my God, it's Vin Diesel. We gotta go.
Yeah,
we gotta. It's Groot. He's playing
Yeah.
Groot's Vin Diesel. We gotta go watch the Guardians.
Yeah.
Because of Vin Diesel playing
Vin Diesel's
Groot.
in it doing Groot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know. There's got to be some ties. There's got to be some ties in
There
some
has
other
to be,
realm.
but 13, how? Like, fuck Vin Diesel. Like,
But that's what I'm saying, though.
what
Like,
did they offer? Were they like, so we're gonna give you like 10 for it, and his agent like, Vin doesn't do anything for less than 13.
that's what I'm saying.
And he's they're like, all right, we'll give him 13.
there is that.
Is that the offer, or did he negotiate 13 a movie?
I think it's that, but I also think there's some tie. Like someone else he works with from Disney, they're gonna make a Fast and Furious park at Disney or some shit to where they're like where Disney is like, yeah, we'll pay you the money, Vin Diesel, or something. There's got to be some other tie. It's not just because Vin Diesel is worth $54 million to say I am Groot. You know, like there's got to be something else. It's not because of how famous Vin Diesel is. No one's like, oh, I gotta go. Like how we just said, like
I gotta go hear Vin Diesel say I am Groot.
maybe Vin Diesel sucked his dick.
Maybe. I'd be pumped if that's what happened.
Yeah.
If James Gunn's like,
Now say I am Groot. All right, you got it.
yeah, the role's yours. You made it, kid. Go clean up.
He's still got the aviators on. Oh man. But dude,
Jesus
fuck.
Christ. $54 million.
When I see something like that, it almost like blanks my mind. Now I'm like at a clean slate again. It's like, where do I jump back into this critic, this
Soundtrack
review?
is great.
Soundtrack, yes.
I mean, every Guardians movie has a fucking sick soundtrack.
They do.
They're
do.
They're not like, oh, we're gonna be Thor and just have fucking like Led Zeppelin for the sake of having Led Zeppelin, or Iron Man and do AC/DC for the sake of doing AC/DC.
Yeah.
Like, this was a fucking just great soundtrack.
Yeah, they got Creep by Radiohead. They got Crazy on You.
Opening up with Creep by Radiohead, which was fucking great.
Yeah.
Because it's showing, it's letting us know it's going to be a Rocket movie. Rocket's all sad and stuff in the beginning, and then we find out he's called a freak. And
For
monster
some
and all that
reason,
stuff.
I
He was
think
made
this
in a
might-
fucking lab.
Yeah. For some reason, I think these songs are actually in order because the last one is right too, and since the first and last one are right.
Where's Florence and the Machines? Yeah, down towards the end. Dog Days Are Over by Florence and the Machine.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah. All right, so I'm pretty sure it's in order. So it's Creep by Radiohead. Then you got Crazy on You by Heart.
They don't need look it up. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. Look
Yeah.
up the soundtrack. You don't care.
Come and Get Your Love by Redbone.
Come and get your love. Boop-a-doo-boop-a-doo. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Come and get your love now. Boop-a-boo.
Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Come and get your love now. All right. So we're moving on, guys.
So, Rocket. We want to talk Rocket.
yeah, I want to talk.
Saddest,
fucking Rocket.
adorable little raccoon baby. Yeah, and Bradley Cooper. He earned his paycheck in this one.
Yeah,
I hope Bradley Cooper made less than 54
I'm gonna look it
million.
up. Yeah.
I really hope he made less than 54 million. That would be so great. But like this cute little raccoon baby that the dude, what was his fucking name?
Rocket. Well, who?
No.
Oh, you're talking about his friends?
The
You got.
black guy in this movie.
Oh shit.
The
I got
bad
it.
guy. The
Yeah,
big
yeah.
bad.
You got High Evolutionary.
The high evolutionary. This guy's just God, essentially. He's
Yeah.
making civilizations. He's trying to make perfect civilizations. And he's testing on different animals and shit, trying to find the perfect combination. And Rocket is the smartest out of all of them. But he's not perfect. He's a tiny raccoon, blah, blah, blah. Like, Rocket figures out how to make the machine work correctly. And then it's what? Huh? Less than Vin Diesel?
Damn near double.
Okay, good.
Yeah. No,
Good.
which
Like-
is great.
Like, whatever. It's not. Voicing a
Well, yeah,
raccoon, you
yeah.
shouldn't make...
100 million.
You shouldn't make $100 million
should not.
voicing a raccoon.
You should not.
Good for Bradley
And
Cooper.
so the guy who plays the one that whistles the fucking thing now, he's
Yeah.
the one that actually acts out Rocket.
Look at that.
And so my point is like
and that guy's making...
Sean Gunn, Kraglin. He plays Kraglin.
Oh, well, fuck him. Is he James Gunn's brother? Did he get in this movie because he's related to
I
the
think-
director?
well, he is an actor, and I've seen him in other things. But
Yeah, but did he get in this because he's related to the fucking director? Is that what we're about to find out?
well, he is related to James Gunn.
His
Yeah,
brother James Gunn. Hey, Mike and B. Fuck you guys. Why aren't you directing Marvel movies that you can cast me in?
yeah. Come on,
You
man.
fucking pricks.
Yeah. I'm sure he's getting underpaid. But dude, yeah, the Rocket's back. This entire movie is more so about Rocket and his backstory and how
It's
it.
completely about. So Rocket essentially dies in the first scene, but he's on like life support on the ship.
Yeah.
They try to put a med pack on him, and it like zaps him, and he starts going crazy. And like, what the fuck's going on? Why didn't the med pack work? And then Nebula like scans him and realizes like, oh, he was like made in the fucking lab or something. They're just, we gotta get some code to be able to save his life. And they're like, well, where is it? And then find out it's whatever it's called. I'm not gonna remember the names of the places on this.
Yeah.
It's fucking Ogle Corp. It might be Ogle Corp. I
Yeah,
might
that-
have just fucking nailed it.
You might have.
Ogle Corp. So they go to Ogle Corp to try to help him.
Yeah.
But like it's just all like it was so well done. And I wasn't sure because Guardians Zoe's funny.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure Thor Love and Thunder kind of fucked with me.
It
Where
did.
I was nervous, like, all right, this is a funny James Gunn directing it, I knew it was going to be fine.
Yes.
But I was like, I mean, Marvel's trying to be funny now.
Yeah.
Is this movie going to kind of suck?
Yeah. And you got to give weight. You got to give that weight to your characters, to the story. Something that Thor, Love and Thunder lacked greatly. Now, I think Ant-Man and the Wasp still had it to a degree. Now, they did do a lot of little funny things here and there that might have taken people out. I don't know why people were hating on Ant-Man and the Wasp so hard. It's not.
I think that's the new, now that the Avengers, like the original Avengers cast has finished, it's now cool to dislike Marvel movies.
Yes, that, and I think there's like a certain way to probably phrase this, but people are now to the standards of Endgame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their heightened standard is too great to where Marvel's trying to introduce a lot of characters, a lot of other plots, a lot of other things are going on for when they get into Phase 5, to where it's not carrying the same amount of weight as you did in like Endgame and Infinity War. So that's like making people like, I think personally, not appreciate it as much.
Sure.
You know?
100%. Because they wrapped up, people thought like, okay, Thanos, like, no, comic books keep going.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like Marvel, Thanos was the only bad guy in
Yeah,
any Marvel
exactly,
movie.
yeah.
Like, they wrapped up the Thanos story so fucking beautifully that everyone's like, okay, so Marvel's just done, Tony Stark's done, Captain America's done, okay, cool. And they're like, oh, they're going to keep going. That's weird. Why are they doing that? I don't really care about these characters that much. These movies suck.
Yeah.
No, these movies don't suck.
They don't.
You need to give it time. Like, I didn't love all of the Iron Man movies. I didn't love all of the Captain America movies. Like, all of the movies. I loved every Avengers movie. I love some of the Iron Man movies. I love some of the Captain America. Civil War is fucking incredible.
But exactly
like,
what you're saying, though.
Like, it took time for me to really, like, I didn't care about Tony Stark. Robert Downey Jr. did a great job. First movie, I was like, yeah, whatever, Iron Man can die. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like, but it built, and it built to where at the end of Endgame, I'm like, holy shit, Iron Man just died.
And that's what happens when you start to build that weight over time. And that's what Marvel's trying to do now with the new characters. I mean, even characters that they never really gave as much personal stories to, now they have the time to do that.
Just did a whole movie where we found out who this fucking raccoon was, and it was incredible.
And it was 6 movies later after we've already been introduced to him. So it shows what they're doing a lot of in Phase 4.
What an impressive raccoon.
Oh my God. the most impressive in the galaxy.
Hands down.
Yeah. And what's crazy is this movie touches on how smart he actually is, which kind of proves when he made that line, and this actually made me appreciate the line even more, in Endgame, when he said to Tony Stark, "You're only a genius here on Earth, pal." I'm like, when you're seeing this now, when you're seeing Rocket and Guardians of the Galaxy 3, you're like, oh, fuck, this dude is probably on par, if not smarter than Tony Stark, which is a good appreciation little thing. And it's something that they built really well in this movie. You didn't really fully understand. It allows you to appreciate all the shit that Rocket has done up to this point. Because in every other movie, you're like, man, that man's smart, but he just moves so fast. You kind of take it... for granted for how he's able to do shit.
He's a clever raccoon.
Yeah. But you never really
is what you
realized
think.
how smart this motherfucker was.
Oh, he's a genius who was tortured as a little baby and shit.
Yes, dude.
Like just a fuck you of a life.
And since Nebula was going over and scanning him, and there was a couple times where they kept trying to, save Rocket, and they would, kind of like rescan him, and they would go and be able to like see his past essentially and shit like that. And the way that they were showing the other Guardians of the Galaxy members react to what he went through, especially let's say like Nebula, man. Nebula, has all this essentially thick skin, from everything that she went through with her father, Thanos.
Just tortured by Thanos.
And the fact that we got to see her get so emotional seeing what happened to Rocket and literally say that he went through what's worse than what she went through. Little shit like that, I mean, build so much more weight to what we and there was already a lot of weight to the Guardians of the Galaxy. We already cared so much about them, but the fact that James Gunn was able to take it to another heightened state, you know what I'm saying? Like, we cared a lot about the Guardians even before this movie.
And he took Rocket from like in the beginning of the movie, I hope he doesn't die, to they need to save Rocket now. Like seeing all of that, and then he's in fucking heaven. Seeing he was fucking in captivity with an otter and a walrus and a fucking rabbit. Or something. And like made friends with them, and then he's in heaven and he's there with them. So to go from, they have to save Rocket to, Rocket gets to be in heaven with his friends. And then to, shit, no, he doesn't get to be in heaven with his friends. He's not done on Earth.
Tugging on your heartstring.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah, and they did. James Gunn, once again, too, he was like, man, I saw a little bit behind the scene action for the way that they filmed that. That's all motion capture. So those are all actual actors who are doing all of the movements and everything that those creatures.
Teefs.
Yeah, Teefs. So
and Lila. Floor,
yeah. Those were all actual actors doing all those movements and voicing and everything like that. I love the way they did it. He was actually skeptical. He goes, I didn't know if it was going to come out how great it actually did, which... It came out great. Well, there was something else I was going to say about it, though. I'm kind of blanking. But the characters, they did a good job of just being able to make you kind of feel for Rocket's past And to have those other 3 members there, it was like a smart tactic by James Gunn to throw them in there because it helped build. Like if it was just Rocket alone going through that, it still would have built up. But the fact that he lost them, his only friends,
He was terrified. These are people who consoled a child Rocket.
yeah,
Made him feel comfortable and safe there, and then they got killed kind of because of him.
yeah,
Like he's like, let's fucking break out of here, and then the dude shoots all 3 of them.
And
then,
it shows-
and Rocket just fucking the dude's face up, and us getting to see at the end.
yeah.
When they've ripped the face off at the end, we get to see what happened.
Oh, that okay. So I was confused, and I'm still confused actually
He
because
he
his
had a-
face was already stapled
He
or
did
whatever.
he did like a leather face type deal.
Yes, but wasn't his face already stapled to the side before that?
No.
So it was a
we
full
saw
face?
him present day, like
Yes, you're right.
prior to seeing the flashback.
Yes, you're right. He
So
did
it
because
was
he had
mixed
hair
in there.
He
Yeah.
had the whole back. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and like getting to see that he just fucking ripped that guy
Wow.
to shreds, and that's why his face is all like, oh, fucking beautiful.
Beautiful.
And at the end, getting
Yes.
to see it too.
Yes.
I love that this guy. I assume he's not going to be in any. He has to be dead.
Yeah.
But I loved this guy.
Yeah. So I'll explain a little bit about him. So
Yeah.
James Gunn loved this guy.
I keep saying this guy.
Chukwudi Iwuji,
Yeah, the name.
the High Evolutionary.
The High Evolutionary was a fucking phenomenal character.
Phenomenal character, but the actor Chukwudi Iwuji played a character. Funny enough, in the show the Peacemaker with John Cena, directed by James Gunn. So James Gunn is that's where this actor was chosen by James Gunn to become the High Evolutionary because of the way that he performed in the Peacemaker.
Braden kept asking me during the movie, he's like, is that the guy from Blood Diamond? I said, no, Braden. It's like, Jesus Christ, no, not at all. He's like, you sure?
Are you
It's
positive?
got to be the guy from Blood Diamond. I'm like, no, Braden, stop it.
Oh my God.
Just fucking stop it.
David, there's nothing to like. But I'll give a little generalization of the movie. The High Evolutionary just wants to make everything perfect, as so he says. But he ends up rounding up all different types of creatures to try and make them smarter, more intelligent, basically the perfect being that he's looking for. And Rocket is the only perfected one, but he's not fully perfected because of the way he looks and stuff. But he's the only one that is able to be smart enough to invent. All of his other creatures are smart. They're able to be controlled, but they can't invent.
And they can memorize.
Yes.
They can memorize and recognize patterns. They can't invent. He's the only creature. This guy, at the time when Rocket was there, and Rocket has done over a decade of shit of fucking just nonsense out in the galaxy since then.
Yeah.
Because Rocket escapes after he fucks the guy up. The guy, he perfected number 92. Testing fucking whatever he was calling it, 92. Rocket was 89, did 92. There were 4 in 89. So this guy did 92.
There was probably
test
more than
subjects.
4. There was like a shit ton of because there was 4 pods actually at the end. But yeah, so that was batch 89.
Batch 89, yeah.
Yeah.
So he had done batch 92. He perfected it thanks to Rocket. Mm-hmm. And then he didn't really perfect it. He fucked something up.
Yeah. Well,
And then-
the
and
thing
then
is,
had
Rocket
done-
was the one that perfected it because Rocket was like, oh, the reason why that their rage is still happening is because the way your gas tubes are, they're too small or some shit. Like you have to change something with your gas tubes. And the High Evolutionary kind of couldn't believe it. So then they ended up doing it. And the fact that they actually perfected to the extent, at the time, he thought they were perfected. And then he got basically like jealous and pissed off that something
was
he
unhappy.
created
So unhappy.
was something that finished.
Dude, fucking broke my
design.
heart when Rocket's like, so are we going... Are we gonna go to the planet now? Like what they call it? Are we gonna go to the planet? They call it the planet?
God, what do they call it? The perfect planet or some shit or something. It was some,
Whatever. We going to Earth
Yeah.
now?
yeah.
And I was like, oh, you think you're
The
going?
new world, I
The
think.
new world. We going to the new world? And he's like, you think you're going? You're a fucking monster. Look at you. No, we're gonna kill you and we're gonna dissect your brain and figure out how you were able to figure that out. And then the lady's like, well, what do we want to do with the rest of them? He goes, incinerate them.
Incinerate, what the fuck?
Like, why are you bothering me with this?
And this is something I do want to say too, back to kind of like what I was saying in the beginning, how gritty they get in this movie. They show Rocket and the other batch of 89 like getting operated on, and then the scars and the blood when they get thrown back in the cage after being operated. Like, it's very detailed where you're like, oh wow, like I could see the ring on this fucker's head. Like, this is like out of not The Shining, the fucking the one where he's like a fucking psychopath. He's eating the dude's brains and shit, where they have like the fucking scars on their head. It reminded me of that. Not The Shining. I don't know why I said that. Hannibal
Lecter?
Yeah. I was like, damn, dude. Honestly, because of the scars, because of like the brain shit, I was like, man, this is
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs. Yeah. I was like, that's the creepy vibes you get.
Yeah.
Like, and they show it.
The one dude who worked for the High Evolutionary.
Which dude? The Asian one?
Bald dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's putting Rocket back in. Rocket is a tiny, like, helpless raccoon.
Yeah.
At this point in his life. And he's like, get back in there. And, like, kicks him in there. And
Yeah,
slams it shut.
fucking throws
and then
him.
And then he's walking by and he's, like, kicking cages with animals in it. Brady and I were laughing like, this is fucking nuts.
It was like essentially, it's not unnecessary. It was necessary for his role and everything.
This
But
guy
most of
was
the
very
movies-
timid all of the other time. He's
Yeah.
like super timid, like scared. Then we see him doing that. He's like kicking the cage, like shut up.
Yeah. See, like some dumb motherfucking critic, like Metacritic, would be like, "Oh, that was unnecessary." No, it's totally necessary to the role, to everything about this dude's backstory that we will never know. But that's all we needed. That's all we fucking needed.
Yeah.
We didn't need to know anything else about this dude besides he is the High Evolutionary's fucking cuck bitch, and that he fucking the other way he gets off is
Takes it out on
takes
those
it out.
animals.
Yeah, exactly. Man, this movie did so many small things right. I mean, let me get back to the very beginning. We see Adam Warlock just flying through space. We didn't even see him get released.
Adam Warlock is played by the dude from We're the Millers.
Yes.
His son, who gets bit by the spider on the balls with the eyebrows. That
Yes.
guy. We don't
and-
need to know his name. He's the guy
Yeah.
with the eyebrows from We're the Millers. Don't you dare say his name.
Yes, but he played it perfectly.
He was great.
Yeah, he for what they wanted him to do, which is supposed to be like this super powerful newborn being that doesn't know shit about the world. All he knows is he has to get this raccoon and he has to bring it back to the High Evolutionary. So we find out that their entire race, the people that Rocket stole power tube things from Guardians of the Galaxy, like 1 or 2, or the beginning of Volume 2, I think. They're the ones that created Adam Warlock. We find out the High Evolutionary created their entire fucking species, their entire fucking planet, probably. So they are in debt essentially to him. So the only way for them to survive is for Adam Warlock to go and retrieve Raccoon, fucking Rocket, to bring it back to High Evolutionary, and right off rip goes straight to where they are and starts beating the shit out of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, man, this is dark.
Good start.
It's
Yeah.
dark. Like it's not like, oh, they
He-
fought like
He
other
fucks
superheroes.
up Rocket's. You think he's gonna die? For
I
the
actually
rest of the
thought
movie.
Rocket was gonna be fucked
Yeah.
from that because he sends him through like 3 walls.
I mean,
this is a
Rocket was
raccoon.
fucked.
He was,
yeah.
but he crawled away.
He had to be brought back to life later.
No,
oh, he
not
got
from
hit
that.
again.
Yeah,
after
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But even that, the first one,
Yeah.
we got thrown through 3 fucking walls.
He's got Batista on the ground and he's just pummeling him.
Dude, he fucking took Nebula and fucking he punched her in the gut, which literally like paralyzed her, so her spine is broke. So you can like literally see her hips are fucking off, and then punches her in her face. Her entire jaw breaks. You can see her jaw hanging off to the side, like in detail. You're like, man, that's graphic. And he picks her up and fucking throws her, and every bone in her body fucking breaks. And then she shaves
Yeah.
back.
I always forget the first time I see her get fucked up
that she could do that.
that she's gonna
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah.
Like throughout the movie, I kept like a fight at the end, like her fucking like neck is like I'm like, oh, Nebula just got fucked, dude. And then she like roundabout ways like gets it. I'm like, oh,
Torques
she's
back,
fine.
yeah.
Okay.
Dude, let's talk about fucking Groot. Groot fucking grabs Adam, starts fucking him up for a second, and then Adam starts like flying off and just flying all around. And starts fucking up Groot, bro. Talk about dark. Adam Warlock comes down, just drops Groot's face, and this is when Groot is huge, bro. Like that is a perspective.
Ripped Groot apart. Groot was just ahead.
Yeah, just
after
ahead.
this.
Like that's a perspective. That's James Gunn showing you the power levels.
That's Vin Diesel earning that paycheck.
Yeah,
to be
it is.
just ahead.
Yeah, he didn't even say I am Groot at that
No,
point.
yeah,
He didn't do anything.
Didn't even need to.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. The action right off rip, it draws you right the fuck in.
And the action, it was perfect. It wasn't like a just action for action's sake.
what I'm
Let's
saying, yeah.
overdo it. Right in the beginning, they're like, here we go. It's going to be badass. Awesome storyline with Rocket. Awesome fight sequences where they needed it. Wrapped it up beautifully at the end. It was a very, very, very good movie.
So then they go after that. They go to this one fucking planet where they think they're going to be able to get Rocket's new heart. They end up getting it, but there was like a big fight scene. It was pretty dope. But then they have to go to New Earth.
So they met. Gamora's working with the fucking.
Yeah.
I loved that. What
the
are those people called?
Ravagers.
The Ravagers.
Yeah.
And what I loved about all of this is that they weren't just like, okay, and Chris Pratt and Gamora end up together.
Yeah.
Like they still.
I like that. Yeah. There was
'Cause,
a
like,
lot of.
That would have been too like, all right, whatever.
easy.
Like it just
Yeah.
ends up like that. Like she's a different person.
Yeah.
She's absolutely a different
Yeah.
person than the one that died.
Yeah.
I love that. Like she likes him now. Like they had a fun thing at the end. She's like, I bet we were fun together. And
Yeah.
he's like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Great. Pulls on the heartstrings.
Yeah.
Fucking great. Don't have them end up together.
Yeah,
Beautifully
and I,
done.
And I
Yeah.
enjoyed it, and I enjoyed their dynamic the entire time. Not just her dynamic with Chris Pratt, but with the entirety of the Guardians of the Galaxy. She wasn't trying to be on this mission, and they were like, "No, motherfucker, you are Gamora. You're like supposed to be a part of our family. Like you're going on this mission with us."
She was
essentially."
more or less so like you could tell she started caring about them as it went on.
Yeah,
But she was still like at the very end, she's like, no, let's get the fuck out of here. And
Yeah.
then Rocket's like, I'm done running.
yeah.
I'm going in there. I'm fucking killing this
Great
guy.
line, by the way.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done running.
Yeah.
And then he goes in, everyone follows, and she's the last one to follow, but she follows because she's like, whatever, I'm here with them. I don't want all these people to die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'll give them a hand.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like, it's not Guardians 2 where Gamora's like, I'm in. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm a part of you guys. Let's fucking do it.
I gotta say, too, how cool and how out there it is that the High Evolutionary is doing
Black?
these. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. It's not the guy from Blood Diamond.
Yeah. But it is doing these crazy mutations, experiments. Like, that's a pretty profound, out there kind of. Like, they took it to, like, a whole other level, man. Like, the way they were showing us, they were aging a turtle over 1,000 years of evolution in 1 fucking minute.
Yeah.
And the things got rage, so they just disintegrated.
Yeah.
But it was just the way they went about it. It's like, man, it's like creepy, cool, weird, crazy perspective.
This guy, I'm bummed that this is probably the only movie the High Evolutionary's
I'm bummed, too. I actually want to
Guy
see
was
this dude
great.
more. Yeah. The guy is super passionate. He's fucking a psycho. But he's not like a sociopath. I don't know. It's kind of weird because
This guy was great.
he's great. He has such a passion for trying to fix things. But it's like Rocket said, it's not to perfect things. He just didn't like things the way they are.
Yeah. Which adds depth to the character. So like, it's possible they do a short with him. It's possible there's a TV where we get to learn more about him. It's possible. It's possible he's not dead, and he appears in
the
another
entire
movie.
thing. This is what I'm thinking. How cool would it be if this guy, because he's not like a villain to want to be a villain. He's like a confused dude who's trying to perfect things or make things the way he wants them.
I mean,
so imagine
that's what Thanos was.
yeah,
Like
but he's
this-
trying to
this
perfect
guy's
the universe.
This guy's doing it way differently.
But how cool would it be if he met like Thanos or met like Kang or some shit, where Kang's like, listen, dude, I'm like an infinite being over a multitude of universes. And this dude and his ego is like, I'm trying to, I don't know. Just the dynamic would be so cool because
I would love to see this guy interact with more people. I'd love to see him in more
man.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah. But then they end up going to New Earth. what were they doing on New Earth again? They were trying to find.
It's where this guy was.
Yeah.
They were trying to. They needed the. They needed the code to help Rocket, and that's what
yeah. So they were going to find the Asian right hand man to the High Evolutionary. He's got a key in his head. Yeah. And the High Evolutionary ship is on this Earth that he has created.
It's a fucking humongous pyramid. It's
a spitting image of Earth, and it's got all
I'm
these.
talking about his ship, the pyramid.
Yeah. And his ship is like this weird pyramid thing. It's like literally lodged into the Earth, and over the Earth is all just mutated fucking animal humanoid beings. And the Guardians of the Galaxy drop down. This shit is so funny. It's straight out the trailer. Fucking little. I don't even know, little deer fucking girl goes up and like gives Batista a ball, and he just fucking pegs her in the face with it.
Yeah. Not trying to peg her, just trying to pass it back to her. Like, yeah.
So funny. But this is why this movie is going to get a high score from me. And this is why I appreciate it so much, because they give it the realism that it deserves. There's a lot of cool Marvel movies that are cool. They got cool superheroes and dope scenarios. But do they show that nitty gritty? You know what I'm saying? What do I talk about nitty gritty? I mean, when the High Evolutionary is like, you know what? Disintegrate all of them. Explode the fucking planet. That shit is compelling.
They destroyed an entire planet of.
Dude, you're watching
beings,
little kids, like humanoid animals, just get blown up. Just literally, like, in such detail. And you got Adam Warlock flying through it all as it's exploded.
Yeah. His mom dies and fucking.
It is intense. Yeah. I mean, you don't see this shit in Marvel movies. The shit that we saw in this movie, you do not see it. The last time you saw something to that caliber is that. Exactly. Is when Thanos snapped his fucking fingers. And that's why this movie's fucking great.
Yeah.
They pushed the envelope. Man, shout out to James Gunn. Apparently he had this movie written before they even fired his ass.
There we go.
Which just shows that this is his baby. He's been planning and plotting this shit.
And it would have been, I get, like, I don't condone any of the stuff he tweeted, like, all of that.
No, yeah.
It would have been weird, just movie-wise, in general, for anyone else to have done this movie.
Yeah.
He did the first two. No one else, someone else could have. But it would have been weird if anyone else would have written and directed this.
Yeah. And, they brought in new characters. They showed how... So, and then, there's such a cool fucking fight scene with Groot and fucking Star-Lord. It was really cool to see how strong the High Evolutionary was on his ship. I wish we would have gotten a little bit more fight scene with his powers between, like... just him and the entire Guardians of the Galaxy. We saw them beat the shit out of him, like, really quick, but I would have liked him when he was, like, at full power to make it, like, a little bit more challenging. That's, if I had any type of critique of this movie, it might have just been maybe that.
That is, because this was the big bad of the movie.
Yeah.
And for him to, like...
He kind of got tossed around.
Just gets around and get fucked up.
He got fucked up.
That was a little disappointing.
It was.
Because it would have been like if Thanos wasn't like fucking up Tony Stark and Thor by himself and somebody like, oh shit, who's this dude?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
This is nuts.
Yeah.
Like if that wasn't like, it'd be like Thanos just like, oh shit, it's all the Avengers. I'm fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. And like this guy isn't Thanos. So
yeah.
Great. Like there's levels to this shit.
But we see, okay, so what do we see? Like Adam Warlock and Drax are similar in power levels, but Adam is stronger and beats the shit out of Drax. But we see the High Evolutionary control Adam Warlock like he is nothing. He fucking throws him the end of his ship. Now, I think that's less of the High Evolutionary's power and more of the way that he is like kinetic with his actual ship. I think it's something like within the walls. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't understand his power fully, but I think it deals with the ship because his ship got damaged, and that's when the Guardians of the Galaxy beat the shit out of him, and he wasn't able to use his powers the same.
Yeah.
That's my analogy of it.
Yeah, could be.
But I don't know.
That's why, like, I hope we get to see more of the High Evolutionary.
Me too.
So we can learn shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So, I don't know, wrapping it up, kind of.
Yeah.
They save Rocket, obviously. Like, you knew that. He was fighting and shit. We think Chris Pratt's gonna die.
Yep.
And fucking...
Gotta save the iPod, baby. 1950s to 2000s music.
Yeah.
Can't beat
Saves
it.
the iPod and, like, then is stuck in space and you see, like, his face is freezing over and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Adam. Adam the Warlock comes in and saves him. Who saw that shit coming?
I wish though. Thank you for reminding me of that. I wish it was Gamora. Why? Not because of their dynamic right now, but because in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, Chris Pratt saved Gamora, and it would have been the exact same way if she would have saved him. If she would have brought like the mask out and put his mask on him, dude, talk about full circle for that.
That would have been great.
That's the only thing.
That would have been great. And then whatever, she still leaves. They don't end up together, but
and
she
then
saves
Adam
him.
Warlock's still part of the crew. It's not like he had to do that to be a part of the crew.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
would have liked that.
Yeah.
So we then, when Gamora's leaving and they're not together, like she cares about him. Shappy's alive. Like they're
Yeah,
friendly.
yeah.
I bet we were fun together. You have no idea. Oh, I want to cry.
Yeah.
She gets on the ship and we see like she just fits with.
Yeah.
Fucking, I forget their names.
The Ravagers.
Ravagers.
Ravages.
She fits with it. Like they're all going. They're so happy she's back. Everyone's hugging her. She's having a great time. Her and another
Sylvester
alien.
Stallone's looking
give it-
great for his age.
Oh, he looks fantastic. Way better than Seagal's looking these days.
No, yeah.
Give each other noogies and shit. Like you're like, okay, she's fucking. That's where she needs to be. Great. Chris Pratt's like, we gotta have a team meeting. He's like, I'm going back to Missouri.
I've been running my whole life.
Yeah, I'm done. I gotta just swim now.
Rocket's like, we just got done running.
Yeah.
I fucking just face the high evolutionary.
What's her name?
God damn it.
Asian with the ear things. Mantis Toboggan.
She fucking did great in this movie.
She was great.
She was crying on cue and shit.
Yeah.
She
Right, standing up for Drax and yeah,
she
so
definitely
great.
raised that heart,
Yeah,
shit.
she was so great. She's leaving.
Yeah. She's going on her own path.
I don't know what the fuck she's gonna do.
She's gonna just manipulate.
She's gotta be
everyone.
done with the
She
movie.
can mind control
This has
everything.
to be the last movie she's gonna be in.
I don't know,
And
man.
she's like, I'm done. They're not giving her her own shit.
no, not
Yeah.
that. I think they're gonna end up bringing back all these characters in Secret Wars.
And, yeah, that could happen.
yeah.
So Chris Pratt leaves, tells Rocket he's the leader now. He's like, you're the new captain. Everyone gives him chest pounds.
Yeah.
So the new Guardians of the Galaxy, Rocket's the leader. He's got Groot. He's got Mohawk Dude. They got the telekinetic dog, who's a big player. in
Yeah,
this.
golden
Who's-
retriever.
Yeah. And Adam the Warlock.
Yeah.
It's a formidable crew.
Oh, and we gotta say at the end, dude, Groot is fucking
huge.
humongous, bro.
Fucking banyan tree at this
3
point.
times bigger than he's ever been, even
Yeah.
in Volume 1. Like in Volume 1, he was like 11 feet tall. Now he's like 20 feet tall.
You don't know he's there. They're
Yeah.
like sitting, they're like out in the desert sitting on some stuff, and then Rocket's like, all right, Groot, wake up. And then Groot like stands up. You're like, oh, that was Groot that they
He's
were
a
sitting
fucking
on.
humongous stone.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
So that's great. They can do more Guardian shit. They can, when they do new Avenger movies with fucking Secret Wars and all that, Guardians can be a part of it.
Yeah.
Great. If they
Yeah.
want to do I don't know if they can call Volume 4. Unless, because they would be like,
I think this is gonna be.
it has to be like Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever, like how Captain America.
Yeah, either
was
that or
whatever
they
when
might
it
not
was-
ever do another
Yeah,
movie.
but they have that in their back pocket.
They do. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
They said Star Commander,
Star Lord.
Star Commander, Star Lord is gonna return. But I loved, so he goes back to Missouri. He knocks on a door.
Yeah.
A black woman answers, and he goes, "Oh, I think I have the wrong house. I'm looking for Jason Quill." She's like, "Oh, this is the right house. Come on in." What I didn't love. How old is Chris Pratt right now? Will you Google that?
Yeah. I got you.
Let's show up on his IMDb.
It just says he was born in 1979. Let's do some math.
Do some math. He's 44
44.
years old this June.
Yeah.
He left Earth when he was 8. So 36 years have gone by. I don't love that his grandpa recognized him immediately.
I didn't like that either.
I get that, like, there might be some facial features. You might be like, holy shit, is that him? But for him to just go, Peter? And, like, be crying and
Yeah.
stand up and hugging him. Like,
There
well, he's
should
like,
have been
no, my God, no. Who's Peter?
Yeah.
Why are you crying, sir? Like that.
There should have been a long beat where he was like, Peter?
Yeah.
And then
Like,
Peter
can
should
I
have been
help
like,
you? And then he's like, "Oh my god, are you Peter?"
and then him
Yeah.
be like, yeah,
But whatever.
yeah,
That's nitpicky.
yeah. They were probably just trying to keep it quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's back with his grandpa. He's back in Missouri. He's on Earth.
Is he eating cereal?
And then the final end credit scene, he's eating cereal with grandpa, and he's saying, he's like, I mean, yeah, if she needs her lawn mowed, I'll go do it, but I just feel like her son should do it, you know? He's like, what, a fucking 45-year-old man was he going to be sitting on the porch watching me? And grandpa's like, don't even get me started. And he's like, I mean, now I kind of want to know. And then he's eating cereal.
Like, that's got to be something.
My prediction,
Ooh.
told Brayden as we were walking out, it's the black woman's yard that he's going to mow. Her son is some variation of Kang.
It's got to be.
It's got to, because right after that it says Star-Lord will return.
But this is
The
crazy.
legendary Star-Lord will return.
This is so awesome, and it's got to be that, man. I mean, it fucking has to be.
Or it could be
High Evolutionary.
The High Evolutionary.
That
It
would
could
also be
him.
good.
It can't
Be anything other than those two.
It can't be just some black dude, all right?
Yeah.
It can't, because then it's racist. Then
But-
it's saying black people don't mow the lawn for their mom.
But let's talk about the
Right?
dynamic. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
That's what they're trying. And you
Yeah.
know what? I wouldn't put it past James Gunn. Sounds like some shit James Gunn would try to say.
Probably already said it in a tweet. But, like, think about that cool dynamic. Star-Lord is brothers or fucking is related.
The step
uncle,
nephew,
whatever.
Kang.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
not. They're not really related at all.
But-
Also, we don't know if he's fucking the black lady. Could just be a friend.
Yeah, but now you're gonna piss me off if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't insinuate all this fucking shit and then it'd be like
Brayden
that.
wants to see an elderly interracial couple smush privates.
Goddamn
Hey,
right,
what-
David.
How would you handle it? Like, if just my whole life, and I like to this day, that's how I described sex. Smushing privates. And like I would talk to you, I'd be like, yeah, like I met up with this girl from Tinder. She came over and we smushed privates, and then afterwards we went. Like, I casually would say.
I mean, I would
say
love
that.
it. I would be like, that's a crazy way for you to say it.
Smushed privates.
Every time you said it, I would probably giggle, so I'd probably enjoy it. You know,
All right.
keep it.
Good to know. All
Yeah,
right.
don't stop. What was I gonna say? No, but the dynamic between Star-Lord and Kang being related, or even the High Evolutionary,
The
would
one
be
thing
so
about the High
cool.
Evolutionary is he's gonna know it's him immediately.
yes, which that would cause a problem. But the thing with Kang is they can end up becoming friends, and then that Kang could work with Star-Lord to try and help in the secret wars amongst all other Kangs, and then that could be like one of the main Kangs that like helps stop the Council Kangs or some shit. I don't know. Like, there's so much possibility with that.
There's so much shit they can do.
Marvel, if
If
you
they go a
just-
route like
if you
that,
just
like,
left that
it's-
shit open where you're like, well, maybe we'll figure something out with it, dude.
We just figured it out.
Just fucking do it.
Kang.
There's an infinite amount of Kangs.
Yeah.
Use that.
One of them is that lady's son, who
gotta
Chris
be.
Pratt's gonna go mow the
Which
lawn
would be
in front
so
of.
great if Jonathan Majors is just fucking watching Star-Lord cut the grass.
Just sitting on the porch, got like lemonade. Gives him a
and
keep
like-
it up.
And it's like a bratty kind of like multiverse Kang where he's like, I don't want to fucking mow the lawn. Like, I go from one multiverse to the other. Like, this shit's beneath me.
I killed 4 the other day.
Yeah, Star-Lord, you do it. That'd be so fucking great.
Yeah. But all in all, this is the best Marvel movie to come out in a little while.
David, I did
And
find the budget.
Found the budget.
I know you probably just saw it.
Yeah, I looked it up. So 250 million, guys.
That's a lot.
I looked it up on my phone.
Oh,
prior.
nice.
Yeah. I hope I hope they make a fuckload of money.
Oh, they will.
So it was great.
They will.
I was a little opening night. It was a 5:30 showing, so whatever.
But
That
it wasn't packed.
That was not a full
No.
movie theater.
No. But, I mean, I
We'll
wouldn't
see,
doubt that.
See what this weekend looks like.
I wouldn't doubt that not over opening weekend, but over the course, over the next year, they'll probably make close, if I had to guess, close to $1 billion.
I hope.
I think.
Oh, because it was great.
Yeah.
It was great, and like I hope that like fuck anyone who's like Quantumania sucked. Quantumania was good.
Yeah, it was.
It's not as good as this,
It's not,
but like
but it was good.
Anyone who like Thor: Love and Thunder, like any of the not great Marvel movies, I hope there aren't a ton of people who are like, I'm done with Marvel. Like,
It's silly.
like I hope
Yeah.
they haven't lost that many people because this was a great movie.
Great fucking movie, and it deserves everything it's gonna get, which I'm sure it's gonna get a lot of.
Fuck Metacritic.
Yeah, fuck Metacritic to the extreme. Fuck, man, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know who they're hiring to help them with that shit, but it's
Really cool, intelligent people.
yeah, probably.
So, guys, that's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
David, you gonna give it a rating?
I don't want to.
Okay,
It's
that's
too.
fine.
We watched it in theaters.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
All right, that's
I don't. It was excellent.
Yeah.
Is all I want to give.
Definitely go see it.
Yeah.
It's worth watching.
Definitely. If you've watched the Marvel movies, go watch this movie.
Yeah.
If you've watched any Marvel movies, go watch this movie.
Yeah.
This is. I will like. I have a heart. Like I'd have to sit down and watch Age of Ultron and the regular Avengers. Maybe the first Thor.
This is just
like
such
I
a-
don't. I can't think of that. Like I remember really, really liking the first Thor.
This is such a different feel, though, than like most other
Yeah.
superhero movies. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I have a very hard time thinking that any movie other than this would be number 4. And there's a chance, like, if I was to watch this in detail and, like, watch it again, there's a chance I put it ahead of Civil War.
yeah, like it's
Yeah.
like even from the first time watching it, I've seen Civil War a bunch. It's very close, and I would have to watch this again to be able to distinguish. But yeah, like
Yeah. I don't think I could watch this enough. Like, I think Infinity War and Endgame as a 1-2 are,
yeah.
like, I'd put those up there with a lot of other movies.
They have the shock value of all the different superheroes and the cool storyline of the plot. This gets so personal.
Yeah.
But even the cinematography of the shots, like the wide out perspective shots of like the ships or the destruction of the earth, all this shit is compelling, dude. It's fucking profound. I mean, I can't wait to rewatch this fucking movie again.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Me too. But you know what other movie I can't wait to rewatch?
David.
I watch it every night.
Yeah,
every
right?
fucking night. I sit
Right?
down and I watch this movie.
It's got to be the Nutty Professor.
It's the Nutty Professor, guys. Every night. If you don't watch it every night, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Nothing.
You know what movie I can't wait to see for the first time, though?
Oh,
They already know. We
yeah.
already talked about it.
What are we
We're
talking
going
about?
back to the movies, guys. Super Mario Bros. Assuming it's still in theaters.
It's got to be.
I hope it is. I hope it is.
It is. It is.
I'll be a little bummed if it's not.
It is.
We're going to go see Super Mario Brothers because fuck Metacritic and other critics who are like, it's not very good. It's like a video game, but movie is dumb.
I'm going to go in clear-headed. I'm not going to be biased and be like, fuck the critics. If it's bad, I will let you guys know. But I don't... I from the way everything's been going lately, it seems like the critics are pretty fucking off.
Yeah.
Seems like they need some 5-6 kings in their life.
There we go. We're the new movie critics, guys.
We'll lead you to the straight path.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we will.
Braden, we're going to the movies for a little bit,
Yeah.
but at some point I'm going to pick a movie.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to pick a movie.
Mm-hmm.
But then what if someone's watching this? What if they're listening to it and they're like, yeah, that's all great. That's all well and good.
Yeah.
That's great. Glad you guys are having fun. But I want you to do my favorite movie.
Oh, David.
How do they go about asking us to do their favorite movie?
It is so easy. All they have to do is go to our website.
We have a website?
Yeah.
What's it called?
56kings.com.
Hold on. So you mean FIVESIXKING.com?
Yes.
And they just go to our website, and on the homepage, there's a tab at the top that says Submit Ideas. They click the Submit Ideas tabs. They go in, they say, my name is blah, blah, blah. I would like you to do blah, blah, blah. And I would like this person, either David or Braden, to take the notes on it. And then they hit Submit.
Oh, my God. That's exactly what they need to
I
do.
mean, guys, like we just spelled it out for you. Why would you not go do it? Go to 56kings.com. Your one-stop shop for all things 56 Kings.
all things.
And Braden, like when we do their favorite movie, and when I pick a movie, and when you pick a movie, and when we go to the movies, and when we record a podcast on it, when do those podcasts come out?
Oh, David, it's every fucking Monday. Every motherfucking Monday.
But what if it's not?
Well, I guess it's not.
Then it isn't, guys. And leave us the fuck alone if it isn't.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
It's every motherfucking Monday, unless it isn't, guys. That's what I promise you.
Yeah. We're gonna
Every
try.
motherfucking Monday, there's gonna be an episode that we release. We might not try. Every motherfucking Monday, there's gonna be an episode released, unless there's not.
We try to be perfect, but we're not the high evolutionary.
That's what you're doing.
That's
Okay,
right, you
okay,
say,
all right.
right.
That's what you're doing. All right, I'll give it to you. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yes.
Go to High Den and tell them the 5-6 King sent you and say, just give them one free meal.
Just
say,
one.
have David and Braden come eat there for free once.
Please.
I love you all very much, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out.
Bitch, I'm from Palm Beach County, that's where I'm from. When niggas get gunned down and left slumped, we dumb just for fucking round.